Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Recently had some comments and questions on this dude right here. This is a Sami or a Laplander inspired sewing kit. So traditionally they would have had something similar to this. The species of deer antler may be different. It may have been moose or maybe reindeer or something like that. I don't know if they have whitetail in Lapland, which could be Finland, Sweden, northern Russia, northern Europe, thereabouts. So there could be many different materials used in this. You know, it could be a leg bone of a deer or a different bone to serve as this main piece here. And they're all pretty much the same. I mean, there's a million different ways they can be done, but to make one, these are the things that you need to do. So piece-wise, it's going to consist of something that you can make hollow. All right, so some sort of tube. That could be wood, it could be bone, it could be bamboo, leather, anything as long as it is kind of cylinder shaped and hollow. So a tube. You need, and it can be one solid piece too. You need a leather piece or a material that's soft enough that it has some flex to it. That you can run completely through your tube. You can pull it either way. See, it's one piece there. And I made mine this way, so my hole on the top is smaller than the hole on the bottom. So it takes a little pull to get it loose there. It won't just work its way down. But if you're holding it, say you're holding it from here, gravity is going to keep this. I'm not going to say it can't work up, but the weight of the tube is going to hold down on it. And then it can just be a straight piece of leather if you want. And you can tie a knot in the end or put a bead. This is artificial sinew. And that's what can be used to attach it to something, as well as be your pull to bring it back inside. And then for the bottom piece, you basically just need something as a stop. It can be a big leather knot, a piece of wood, a piece of antler, a piece of bone, whatever. Just so when you pull it, that's as far up as it can go. Boop. And then you position where your needles need to be adjacent to this piece on the bottom. So this bottom piece stops. Your needles need to be set X distance, so the width of this from the top of this piece up, as long as it's somewhere within the width of this piece or the length of this piece, your needles and your thread will be inside that. It's pretty straightforward, common sense stuff. But it's these pieces. So a piece of leather or a short piece of leather with a longer string tied to it, so it can be grabbed up here, and something that'll stop it from being pulled all the way through, as well as a piece to hang on to pull it through this way. And that's it. The materials you can use is where you can really start getting excited. You know, you could use buckskin, or I could use the solid piece of buckskin, you know, with a piece of a leg bone or a hagstone, or just a knot, some crazy beads, a vertebrae off of something. Same deal up here. I could use 2 vertebrae and a piece of bone or a piece of antler. But as long as you have your tube and your leather to go through it, and basically a bead for each end. It'll work. And you can just go crazy with materials, like I said, depending on what they look like. You know, I cut this side was cut flat, but I left this side broken, so that's the natural look to it on the top. It turned out well, I think. But pretty cool. So a Sami or Sami style sewing kit. You know, in Arctic climates, cold climates, a sewing kit would have been pretty important for not freezing to death. You know, quality clothing was a big deal for those guys, maintaining and making it. So sewing kit was pretty sweet. And you can Google Sami, sometimes it comes up SAAMI or SAMI sewing kits, and just look through at some of the traditional ones that have been passed down, you know, in different families and stuff. Some are amazing. The craftsmanship's top shelf. But somebody had asked about making one, and that's basically making one. Maybe I can round enough stuff up that we can put one together. I can do some holes and stuff, and you can see it, you know, piece by piece. But as long as you have those parts, you can make one of these. But all right, guys, that's a little short one this afternoon. I'll get y'all some longer ones when I don't have to work. But I appreciate the support. Feel free to like and subscribe. Check out all of our older stuff over on Instagram. Bushcraftcustom.com for gizmos and gadgets. Questions, comments, problems with me breathing loud or saying too many times, just drop them in the comments. It helps the page. All right, appreciate it. Love you long time.